Hello crafty friends, it's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. I'm here to show you my latest haul from Stampin' Up, which includes a bunch of previews from the spring 2022 catalog. I have the catalog here in front of me, but I cannot open it and show you per my independent demonstrator contract with Stampin' Up, but this gives you a nice little preview of what's to coming, like that ribbon and the windmill and the stamped backgrounds in here and the tulips, so you can expect some fun stuff like that coming very soon when you get your catalog. And then also we're having Sale-a-bration, which begins on January 4th, and I have 4 celebration items to show you here today as well. So let me start with what's coming in the new catalog. This is called Rainbow of Happiness, and on the surface, it doesn't look very exciting, but I think it's going to be super fun to play with because you can do different layers and different colors in your inks, and you can even have sending you a rainbow of happiness, a little something to brighten your day. You make this world a better place. You make me happy, and thank you. And I think that's really going to be fun, and you can bundle it with these rainbow dies, which I think are pretty awesome. I think that's going to be super fun to play with. And the dies are called Brilliant Rainbow dies. So if you just want the dies, you can get those. You just want the stamp set, you can get those, or you can bundle them together and save 10%. So I'm excited to start playing with that one. And then this one is called Love and Happiness, and I think it's great because it's got all the little love sentiments that you could want. And you know, I'm past the point of a lot of my friends getting married, but it won't be long until my children and my friends' children start getting married, so that will be helpful. But also it has things like Happy Anniversary, My Love, to the one that I love, Here's to Another Year of Love and Laughter and Happily Ever After, For My Husband, and Happy Valentine's Day for my friend. And I think that that is a really nice set for just universal weddings, anniversaries, just love in general. Now this one can also be bundled with a hybrid embossing folder and dies. So we have this guy right here, and then we have this, we have these dies here with one missing. It cracks me up that they have this big of a envelope for like those little amount of dies. But this is our hybrid embossing folder, and I've already taken the liberty of running it through my die cutting machine so you can see what it does. You can put the heart that came, okay, so we have the hybrid embossing folder, and then we have the dies, and then there's a big heart die missing, and that's because I have it in here. And you can run it through all together, and it will give you something like this. So I'm not sure if you can see this. I think this is Petal Pink that I have. No, this is Blushing Bride that I have. This, it's really deep, thick, nice embossing on that. And then it has a little stitched heart going around the open area. So if you just wanted it with no die, it would come out looking like that, all as one piece. But if you put the die in, then it cuts out the heart, and you can have actually 2 separate pieces to your card. So that's what I think is so cool about our hybrid embossing folders. So I think that set's going to be a set that I'm going to keep around for a long time, regardless of whether they retire it from this after this catalog or not. Then we have a continuation to a suite that I already showed you. This is called Honeybee Home. And I think it's so pretty. I love the font on this. Such happy news. So glad we're family. Best of luck. Miss you. Stay wonderful. You're the nicest. And then it has these 3 bees that I think are going to be super cute. And they coordinate with that bee paper that I showed you once before. I'll show you it again in just a second. And then these flowers. Now, it also has matching dies. And these 3 cut out these 3 flowers. And then we have these 3 bee dies that cut out these 3 bees. And then you have 3 extra little foliage dies that go with it as well. And I think that's really beautiful. Honeybee Blooms dies, and then the Honeybee Home is that. And then also part of that collection is this Hive 3D embossing folder. And I went ahead and ran a piece of paper through it so you could get a good look at what the embossing folder does. Now this is in Misty Moonlight, but it is a nice deep, it really does look like a hive. I think it's going to be one of my new favorite embossing folders. It seems like every season I have one in the mini catalog that I just love and can't get enough of, and then I have one in the annual catalog that I can't get enough of. And I think it's the texture one in the annual catalog that I can't get enough of. I'm forgetting the name at the moment. It's right over there, but anyway, I think this one's going to be a big favorite for me in the spring. Now let me move some things off here. Let me set them on the floor. So, sorry. The stamp and die and then the embossing folder also coordinate with that set that I already showed you. It is called Blessings of Home, and it has these pretty flowers and then these sentiments that go with it, and then it has a matching die set that goes with it with more like little flowery foliage, and then 2 dies that cut out these 2 flower images. So also in that is that beautiful navy blue ribbon that's denim that you saw me open on camera before. I love that. And then you can also buy the doilies that go with it. Now the doilies come in cinnamon cider, misty moonlight, and what was the third color? Gray, just basic gray. So I think those are going to be pretty on cards. So I think that's a fun addition to the suite. And when I placed my pre-order, I went to Onstage, and when I placed my pre-order, I loved the matte dots that go with it so much that I ordered another one of those, and I ordered another one of the ribbon. So hopefully you will be seeing a lot of that ribbon. And then that also coordinates with this paper here. You can see that I've already used a little bit of the dots. So if you recall, this paper has garden green, misty moonlight, cinnamon cider with the bees. That's the paper that I think is so pretty. And then it has pale papaya in there as well. And then pale papaya and the garden green flowers, and then fresh freesia flowers. And you've already seen that one, which I think is so beautiful. And then this one with the fresh freesia, pale papaya, and the garden green in there as well. And then the backs of all of these are white wood in some capacity or another. So I've already shown you that one, but that is a look at that paper. Also belongs to this suite. And then here are a couple of cards that I've made to go as my first samples from this suite. So I really like this one. This is the textured embossing folder that I was telling you that I like. Next time I'll use the Hive one whenever I remake that one. And this is one that we made, actually this is the one we made at Onstage if you stamped along with them, and then you used a dauber to actually add the color to the flowers. I'll show you that sometime. And then this one, instead of using the dauber, I used my watercolor pencils and then kind of blended out with that, and then I covered it with Wink of Stella. So I think those are really pretty, and I'm excited to play with this whole suite quite a bit. I think it's lovely, and I think it's perfect for spring and a lot of occasions actually, but definitely spring and summer. So before I move on to show you what I got for Sale-a-bration, let me remind you of 2 other things that are in the upcoming spring catalog. That's Eden's Garden with her matching dies. You've probably seen a lot of that. And then the In the Moment stamp set, and I started coloring this. And it's lovely to work with. It's so pretty. I absolutely love these guys. So those are other things that you can expect to see in the spring catalog. One more thing that you can see in the spring catalog is the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels. So I got a pack of those to play with. And then we'll have this real red linen ribbon that we can play with as well. It's really pretty and nice to work with. So I'm excited to have that. So let me move on to the Sale-a-bration items. So one of the items that you can get with a $50 order is called Awesome Otters. It's birthday time. You are utterly awesome. A birthday hat, and then these 3 sweet little otters there. Hopefully you are getting a good view of them in the camera. I love them. Otters are one of my favorite animals, and I was just telling my students a week or so ago how much I love otters, so it came as a fun surprise to me that that was the new stamp set that was coming out. Another item that you can get during Sale-a-bration in January is this paper pad. It's called Sunshine and Rainbows. It's a 6x6 paper pad, and it would be a free choice with a $50 order as well. There will be a punch coming out that can punch out these clouds, and it has lots of rainbows and colorful, just bright, fun, and happy paper patterns. And I think it's lovely. So now let me flip and show you the other side. So you can see lots of fun colors and things. It's not cooperating. There we go, much better. So that is the back side, the B side of all of those. So I love this paper pack. I'm excited to play with it as well. I can think of just a gajillion birthday cards. Birthday cards are one of my favorite things to make because I work in a school and I give all of my students a handmade birthday card when it is their birthday. So I think this one is great for, universal birthday cards for middle schoolers, in my case, or, you know, really anyone. But then this one is another $50 order. It's called Daffodil Afternoon. And I have to be honest with you, I am not super psyched about this one. We'll see when I start playing with it, but it's definitely got a 70s vibe to it, which can be cool, but it's just, I wouldn't call it my style. So, and then on the back here, we have this sort of peachy and pink gingham going on. And then over here, we have this one that you can cut and use as card fronts. And then the back side of him, wow, it's not cooperating today, is the same two colors as the back of this one, but in a stripe. So those two will match up. And this one is my least favorite. I think it looks like the underwater world of Harry Potter. I don't know, I just can't get past it. It doesn't appeal to me. But on the back, we have these sweet little hearts all over. And so I will be using that side for that guy. Then we have these daffodils. And on the back side of him is just a nice pale papaya polka dot. And then this one is probably my favorite. It's got the daffodils on the front in sort of a monochromatic yellow. And then on the back, it has the black and white plus sign crosses, I guess is what you call them. And then this one has daisies and daffodils, and I think it could be pretty, but I still can't get past these vines back here. It's just not working for me. But then we have that on the other side. So I'll be making some cards with that, and I'll see if maybe once I start creating, I fall back in love, or I fall in love with it, not back in love. I'll see if I fall in love with the paper, but I don't know about that one. I'm not really positive. But anyway, that is free with a $50 order as well, in the event that you decide that you love it. To each their own. If you love it, don't listen to me. And then we have this Friendly Hello stamp set, which has matching paper. Now these two come together and you can get them free with a $100 order. I love this big bold hello friend, and then this bird right here. I think those are really sweet. And then hope you have the best birthday. You have my love and support. So I think that's lovely. And then here is the paper. Oh, sorry. I think I just hit the camera. I love these birds on here. I just think that is so pretty. And then on the back, I love this back side of this paper as well. I think that's pool party going on there. I just think that's such a pretty piece of paper. And then we have this guy also in, I think, pool party with the birds in the black line art. And then the other side is this lovely green foliage pattern. And then we have the foliage pattern in purple, Fresh Freesia, but then it has the black line art of the flowers on top of that. And then the back is, I think, pale papaya, just little, I guess they're doodly flowers is the best description I can come up with those. And then on this one, we have the line art in white on the pale papaya. I think that paper is really pretty as well. And it sort of has this almost distressed look to it, but it's obviously perfect paper. And then on this side, it has these dots. I'm seeing if I can get close enough so that you can see it. And it has like Pool Party, Fresh Freesia. I'm not sure which green that is. And then Misty Moonlight in there. So I think that's really pretty as well. That would be awesome for a baby card. And then we have the green again, but with the flowers. Now, the cool thing about this is you are supposed to be able to use these flowers to stamp over top of that and to make it your own. So if you wanted to give them line art on there, you could do that as well. And then, let's see, not enough space in the camera view. And then the back side of this guy is this pretty striped paper, which I absolutely love. I love striped paper. I don't know what it is, but I've always loved striped paper. And then we have this guy with the pale papaya and the black line art stamped over top of it, which is what I was saying that you could do with this piece of paper, but they've already done it with this piece of paper. And then the back side is a speckled Fresh Freesia. So I love that paper pack. I kind of wish we could get more of that paper pack when you run out, but like I said, it's the stamp set and paper pack together with a $100 order. So that is all I have. And then there will be a couple other Sale-a-bration items that you can select from as well. But these were the only 4 that we were allowed to get early. So, and then now moving on, I have some other things that I got that are from the annual catalog, but if you like loot videos, then you'll enjoy seeing them. So I picked up some adhesive sheets, which I'm excited about to be able to adhere my fussy cut die cuts, you know, the word die cuts through the die cutting machine and then adhere them to my paper. I got the water painters, and one of the reasons I have water painters here already, but one of the things that I like about these is that it has this one with a nice wide water painter tip, so I think that's cool. And then this one is a little brush, and then this one is a bigger brush, so those will be fun. You'll be seeing those here. Let's see, I also picked up our Simply Elegant trim in silver and gold. As I finish up my Christmas cards, I think that will be very handy. I picked up some gold ribbon. This is in the mini catalog currently, and I believe it, wait, is this the mini catalog or is this the annual catalog? I'm not sure. I think, now that I think about it, I think this is in the annual catalog. Then I picked up the 2020 to 2022 Stampin' Write markers. So that has the positively pink, polished pink. Well, let me open it and then we'll see. Because it should say on the markers. Well, maybe I can't open that end. Oopsie. There we go. So let's see. I have some markers that are, ooh, he was uncapped. Put him back on. I have some of the original markers that I bought like 20 years ago. This is Cinnamon Cider. This is Misty Moonlight. This is Bumblebee. This one is called Magenta Madness. Why am I having a hard time remembering that one? And then this one is Just Jade. So those are the in colors that will be going away in June of this year. This guy is our double oval punch. So he has the standard oval and then the scallop that goes around him, which will be great for some sentiments. Then I picked up some basic pearls. And then I got these metallic pearls, these little bitty, there's silver in the back and gold in the front. And I had it noted that I already had these, but I don't know where they are. So now I can use this set. And then this is currently, Nuts About Squirrels is currently in the mini catalog, but it is carrying over when the mini catalog ends. So you will be seeing me use this guy even after December. So he is carrying over and will be available. And then I picked up the Sweet Little Stockings. He is not going to carry over, so he will go away at the end of December. But I had to have him. My mom has a new puppy, and I think she will just get such a kick out of the puppy. Santa Paws is coming to town. And then it has matching dies that I can bundle with it as well. So look forward to seeing some of those things in upcoming projects. I hope you enjoyed the preview of what's coming this spring, and I hope that you will let me know what your favorite item is in my big stash that I got today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.